please sit down. And I would like the Bhikkhus and Bhikkhunis to come here. Can we have some position? A great day, great moment, a historical moment for all of us. On behalf of our chief monk, the most venerable Kulugamana Dhammawasa Nayakatero Mahatero, and on behalf of all the resident monks of our temple, Western Buddhist Temple and Meditation Center in Mississauga, and also on behalf of all the devotees, I would like to give a warm welcome to the most venerable Pannakara Bhikkhu. The leader monk of the vocal piece. And of course, he doesn't need any introduction. That is because all of you know him. You have followed him, his vocal piece, including myself. And I made this special time to join him in Washington, D.C. for last days. And when I was there, I have already manifested this moment. You know, I am a manifester, and I really wanted him to come to our temple, and especially our Vesak festival, which is going to take place tomorrow. And I know tomorrow is a kind of rainy day. Rain or shine, it's going to happen. But if it is a sunny kind of good day like today, we are expecting thousands of people. But despite rain or chilly weather, I'm very positive there will be people. And I'm expecting all of you to be there. And of course, I have already scanned all the faces. So, please be there. And when I manifested this presence, and I said I want to invite Venerable Pannakara Bhikkhu as the chief guest of our annual Vesak festival, and I have discussed with our organizing committee as the chair of this Vesak festival. It was such a great honor for me to send the invitation to Venerable Pannakara Bhikkhu. After some weeks, and of course, I want Venerable Pannakara Bhikkhu to sit right in front of our pagoda, or right in front of the Samadhi Buddha statue we officially opened for the public last year, and to see all of you sitting in the temple's beautiful park. But it's kind of chilly, and I know I don't want to give you a hard time. I don't want to give you pain or suffering. And so I talked to our chief monk, shall we have this session outside anyway? He said it's chilly. Let's be kind to people. And of course, which he is. So we have already prepared inside, outside. So I know this is packed. And also we have a lot of chairs in the basement. I know there are a lot of people still coming. And those who are maybe standing by the entrance door, and if it's too difficult for you, you can always, you can go to the basement, there are a lot of chairs. Or we have some spaces here too, maybe on the middle, maybe you can come inside and take your seat. So, and Venerable Pannakara Bhikkhu asked me, what should be the topic? I said, Venerable, one or two questions. And I know you may have a lot of questions, but be kind. Be kind enough not to ask any more questions. And because he's also, I would like to respect his time. And so we are going to finish this 8 p.m. And after that, our temple devotees, and the guidance of our chief monk, prepared some refreshments outside. And you can grab, we normally want you to enjoy the snacks here, but if we let you stay here, you're going to be staying all night. So just when you go out, just grab your snack and you can go home and get some rest and then get up in the morning and go to the festival. So with this kind event in mind, let us give a very grateful and most respectful invitation to the most beloved Buddhist monk, the leader of the walk of peace, the most venerable Pannakara Bhikkhu, with joint palms saying Sadhu.
Namo Buddhassa, Namo Dhammassa, Namo Sanghassa. Respected Mahasangha. Dear devotees, thank you for the warm welcome. They mentioned that he extended the invitation to me, and after weeks, and I returned the message saying that's sad to accept the invitation. It makes me feel bad. Should have responded a little sooner. I can see that so many of you are standing by that doorways. We have more space here. Trying to squeeze in is cold, so get closer to each other. Yes, they are moving up now, so we have more space. You can sit in the middle as well. Kristina already mentioned that you can sit in the middle as well. One time, one of the disciples of the Buddha gave a talk, and then our Buddha, he stood by the door, listening to the talk of his disciple, and then he just stood there and listened to the talk, and then his disciple asked, "Teachers, why are you not coming in? Why are you standing there?" The Buddha said, "If you be able to sit there and give a talk for the rest of your life, I will stand here and listen to the Dhamma talk for the rest of my life. So if you keep on standing there, and I will think that our Buddha is here." So this is my first time to Canada, and we arrived yesterday in the afternoon, and then today the first talk. And so I would like to know how many of you that already listened to the talk during the Wapo piece. Oh, all of you? Then what should I talk now? So how many of you actually take that into action and practice? And for those already practiced mindfulness, how was it?
Fantastic.
How was it? Will you be able to catch that monkey? Get in there? Sometimes you couldn't catch it, a lot of the time. But sometimes you'll be able to catch it. And will you admire yourself that you'll be able to catch that monkey? Do you know what I'm talking about? The monkey mind, right? That monkey just keep on jumping and jumping back and forth. And for us, when we are not mindful enough, we'll not be able to see that monkey. Even though it's jumping, it's running, but we not be able to see it because we are not mindful enough. And for that reason, we let that monkey take control over, and then that monkey do whatever he wants. Just like when I teach aloka. When I teach aloka, if I'm not mindful, then he's just going to do whatever he wants. And if I'm not clever enough to train him, then he just goes the way he wants. To train the dog, it takes a lot of time and effort, even though every day you don't need much time every day. Right? 10-15 minutes per session to train the dog. But we have to do it continuously, every day. And then there's a lot of tricks around it. So when I train the dog, train a loka, and I keep on reflecting it to my mind, to our human mind. Is exactly the same. We are always chasing after the object, after that ladies, after that guy, that man, after that car, after that house, after after that clothing, after that purse, maybe. Anything. We always chasing after it. For that reason, we have so much stuff in our mind. That is why we couldn't see it, we couldn't catch it. Because we live with those habits, bad habits. And the habit is the karma. And today I get to go to Niagara Falls. I went there, the first time in my life that I went there. And when I walked in there, they didn't let me go in. Because they asked me to put on my shoes. And I said, I don't have shoes. Can I borrow yours? They said, no.
How do you do that?
And my team have to go by me a sandal. And I put on my sandal and then I walk to the ship and then go out there and get wet. So basically we pay to get wet. And then while going there to get wet and then floating around in the water, and I have a thought. The water is so clear, right? I think it's very clean. It is so clear and clean. But then when it came down, rushing through villages, rushing through city and states and things like that, the water will get what? Dirty, contaminated, right? We are the same. Just for the time that we are born, we are so pure. Right? Nothing in our mind yet is so pure. But days after day, when we grow older and older, and we associate with so many people, we touch so many things, we see so many things, we taste so many things, we smell so many things, and we hear so many things. And we became contaminated. Affected by all those, and our minds are full of defilements. Just like those water rushing through villages, cities, and states, and so many trash and so many things flowing through it. And that is why the water getting dirtier. And we too, our mind is getting dirtier each and every day. If we are not mindful enough to clean it every day, we are not cleaning our mind. Every day we take a shower every day, but we are just cleaning this physical body, the outside body, but not the inside body. We need to clean the inside body, not just this outside body. But we didn't. We live with this habit and we just live just like that. That is why we struggle so much. Now that our clothing, when it gets a little bit dirty, we can't stand it. Right? We have to wash it. If you're not taking a bath for a day or two, you feel dirty and you feel uncomfortable with it, right? I didn't. Because after 4 months of walking, I only took 4 times of bath. And so we just care and worry for the external only in our life. What about internal? The mind. We left it behind, abandoned it, ignoring it. And then when the world throwing lemons and bitter melons and rock at us, we react, we suffer. Now we cry, I didn't do anything. I live beautifully. Why do I have to suffer like this? Why do I have to get all these things to my life? I didn't do anything. That is the nature of the human being, that is always crying like that when we receiving challenges, difficult in life. But we never ask ourselves during that time, how and why I have to suffer this way. It's because we never pay attention to our thoughts, our words, and our actions when we live in this world. We just let the thoughts lead us wherever it wants. And then when we want to say something, we just speak. We just say it without thinking. And then when we want to do something, we just do it without thinking. We harm ourselves, we harm the others by word, by action. And when to lead it, we should have known that right at the beginning when all those things pop up. And if we be able to live that way, be mindful with all those thoughts, words, and actions, then we will not face all the challenges and difficulties in life. Even if we do, and of course we will, because of our karma in the past. Right? It will come to us. But then when it comes to us, we know how to handle it. We know how to react. Instead of react with anger, we react with kindness, with a smile. And everything will be settled, everything will be so peaceful. It's just because we are not mindful enough, that's why we react with anger most of the time. When things are not the way we want, we react with anger. Disappointed. That is why we suffer. So we cannot cry. We shouldn't cry. It's because all those we created. We have cultivated all those. And so that is why our Buddha, he taught us how to purify the mind. To purify the mind, we have to practice mindfulness every single day. Be mindful even just one thought, one very little thought. When it arises, we need to be aware of it. control. It means that you just observe that thought and acknowledge it, not trying to push it away or eliminate it. We just observe it, knowing that we have a thought, and let it come and go itself. We don't need to entertain it, right? But for many years, we entertain our thoughts. When one thought arises, we follow it to the end, and then we imagine more to it. Added so much more into that thought with our imagination. Just larger and larger and larger, because you're adding colors to it, you're adding trees, you're adding more people, you're adding more house and cars and everything to that picture. That is why that picture is expanding larger and larger. And then by the time you realize that you have gone too far, you already have like a giant pictures already, right? That is what we're doing every day, every time. Then if we keep doing that, how can we end suffering? This is when mindfulness takes control. Mindfulness jumps in. For that reason, that is why I share the message of today is going to be my peaceful day by practicing that every single morning. Will support us, will help us. Because with that statement itself, that is mindfulness practicing. Because when we write in that statement down on a piece of paper, if we pay full attention to it, to write that it is practicing mindfulness. Hand and mind pairing together, writing it down. And then eyes, reading it over and over. Be mindful when reading it. Eyes and mind are pairing with each other. That is mindfulness practicing. And then when you read it out loud, while your eye is reading it, and your mind is reading it, and your eye is looking at those letters, that is also practicing mindfulness. Just one statement itself we can practice every single day. Why not? So how many of you would actually do that every morning? Please let me raise your hand. Okay. 5% now. Why not? Please tell me why not. Why? If you already listen to the talks, probably many times, but why are we not writing that statement down in the morning? What do you do when you wake up? Morning prayer. We have prayed the whole life already. What else? Send metta kindness. Do we really have metta and kindness? No, I am serious about this question. It's because if we're not mindful, there will be no metta. If we are not mindful without is why one of the ladies, when she came and see me and she cried, saying that she'd been practicing metta of loving kindness for so long. And her teacher told her to radiate that metta towards the others. But she feels like she could not do it because she can't feel metta within herself. How can she do that to radiate it out to the people? We can. We can do that. We can radiate to the others, but it's just a habit of doing it. Just like some people, when we say Namo Buddhaya, or in Vietnamese we always say A Di Đà Phật. A Di Đà Phật. Right? We keep repeating this A Di Đà Phật, A Di Đà Phật, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya. Just like that. We keep repeating ourselves like that without mindfulness. It became a habit of saying it, so whenever you drop something, Namo Buddhaya, A Di Đà Phật, that became a habit. So you just say it out without intention. What are we doing? We are repeating ourselves back and forth in this samsara, in this circle of life. We're doing everything without intention. We practice to have that habit. That would not help us. That is why I sold this message that today is going to be my peaceful day for us to write down. And don't think that we are all already and we don't need to write it down. No. We need to write it down. If we get an order, we should write it down more than before. Because the more we get older, the more things we added into our mind. Remember the water rushing through the villages? Streets and everywhere. It collects trash. The water will collect a lot of trash, all kind of trash, into the water. If you remember one of my talks, I said, be patient just like water, that is our Buddha taught. Be patient like water. Patient like water is what? Look at the water. People throwing dead bodies into the water. So much body stuck into the water, so much trash in the water, to the water, everything to the water. The water would never stop and argue with us, hey, why did you throw that thing into me? The water would not do that. The water who does its job is just flow. Push it. Collect all that thing and just keep on flowing. Will not stop and react. Patient like water, just like that. But then, at the same time, the sample of it is collecting trash. That is an example. Collecting trash and flow with it. We are too. in trust every single day. When we talk with the others, when we associate with the others, when we see things, when we hear things, when we talk, when we taste, when we smell, when we touch, we collect a lot of trusts, desire. And then we live with those trusts every single day. Ask ourselves if that is right. We collected it, we live with it, we struggle with it. So now if we already have the method, the way to practice, very simple that everyone can practice, which is writing that statement now, today is going to be my peaceful day. Just write that down and read it over and over with our eyes and then read it out loud. To build the mindfulness, to rewire our mindset. Why not? We should. We should. It's because nowadays we don't have that habit of writing with our hands anymore. We type. And finger pointing to the screen. Right? And all those are habits. New habits. And so we should take that into action and practice. Don't just collect trash and then stock it up. Pile it up in our mind. Will not help us, will not shape us. We need to feel purified. We need to let it go. We need to get rid of it. We need to get rid of it by practicing it. So when you write that down, and when you write that down, and then you repeat that in the morning, after that, you can do prayer. You can do metta. Your daily routine, you can do. But always start our days with today is going to be my peaceful day. You know, it's very powerful because when you do that, when you encounter problems during your day, because of that powerful message, it will remind you, oh, this morning when I woke up, I did write that down. Today is going to be my peaceful day, and I say it out loud too. Then today should be my peaceful day. I shouldn't ruin it. I shouldn't mess it up. I should live with it. So I will not respond to this person in an angry way. You see? If you don't do that, then nothing going to remind you. But if you have that mantra, it will remind you better because you repeated it every day with intention. It's different. So I truly hope that after today you will take that into action and practice and write that down every day. You know, I receive a lot of notes and many letters, and even like those notebooks, people came to our temple for the event. Pannakara, here, let me show you. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Wrote that down, every single line. They said, why should I waste so much paper every day, like Pande said? And then I realized, no, I don't have to waste it. I can just write today and then I put the date after it. And then tomorrow, the second line, they fill it up every page. You see? But always date it after that line. And a lot of people, they now live very happy by doing that. Imagine so many people came to our event in Texas for the Vesak to liberate and to get rid of all those stress as much as possible. Every day we need to take off a little and little every day, right? Don't carry it with you. It's heavy. I always say to myself that those are rocks that I'm carrying on my shoulder, in my head every single day. So every day I have to get one piece of rock and I throw it up to the water or wherever. Just drop it. And that is, I told myself, whenever things happen, whenever you stress, you can only live with it one night. That is the maximum. When you wake up in the morning, it's a different day. With a smile, today is going to be my peaceful day. The thing that happened yesterday will not carry to the next day. That is how we should live. And the more you practice, you don't need a night. You need just hours. And when you're better, you're expert, within a couple of minutes you'll be able to let it go. But we have to practice it diligently every single day. I know that many places that we have to go there and practice mindfulness meditation for 10 days retreat and things like that. But ask ourselves after the retreats, what did we gain from it? When we get out from that retreat, go back to the old days. Right? Because you need a place to practice. And then after that, no more. We don't want that. We want us to practice every single day, and that's going to be everywhere. Not at the temple. Not just at the temple. At your house, workplace, at the market, at the mall, wherever you go, that is your temple. You'll be able to practice that everywhere you go. You will live peacefully every single day. Any question for me?
Yes, Bhante.
Yes.
I feel I know you for a very, very long time, although I first met you online in early January, and I have followed the journey up till yesterday when you were watching the bags go round and round. This is maybe a big question. It's important to me. Could you address soul and non-self or anatta? And I ask this because I grew up with the notion of soul being the way it was. And then I began practice many years ago, and I have worked with the 5 skandhas, I have worked with meditation, and I have worked in trying to understand non-self. And Bhante Pannakara, I wish to die well. And I've been here for 83 years so far. I know for any of us it could be any moment. Mine might be sooner than many others, I do not know. I want to die well without baggage, without the old habit of soul and the permanence of that coming in when I wish to be free of that in the moment of letting go of this body. Can you please address that?
Non-self, and so this is a big topic, okay? And so when we start up, how will explain later. You live here, right? Okay. You live here, and they will explain it to you later, but I will mention one thing. One thing. When we talk about self and non-self, anatta, and you brought it out very clearly, we always put it right in front of us. Is that right? I want to die peacefully.
Yes. Yes.
That is self. Just that word I alone, we already put ourselves out there already. We expect so much things. I don't want that. Every time. Right? And so when you realize that there will be no I, then there will be no self. And I say that this topic is a very big topic. And I just mentioned that to you, and you need to think about that I. The more you think about that I, the better you get the answer for yourself. Because right in front, you already mentioned that I want to die peacefully. Just for that statement itself is already mentioned to everyone that you have a big I. Right? But I'm very grateful for you because 83 years you still come here and listen to the talk. I'm very honored.
And I write every day, I do.
Oh wow.
And I look with my eyes and I trace with my fingers before I speak. And it has simplified so much of the complicated practices I have endeavored over the years, and I'm grateful.
A role model. Okay, you have to practice like her. Okay? I wish you well.
Thank you.
I don't know which one first. Okay.
Severe weather, cold, hot and cold. What motivated you to keep going during those days when it was freezing? And you and all the other monks were able to carry the weight all the way through to the end. What is the one thing or two things that motivated you to keep going?
I think it will be embarrassing if I stop. Just kidding. So, the walk, I made a vow for. I came up with that walk. Nobody asked me to. Nobody forced me to. But I came up with it. So when I came up with that walk, and I talked to my team, I said, even if I have to sacrifice my life for this walk, for the benefits of everyone, and for myself, I am happy to do so. And so when we encounter all those times, very difficult, very challenging, severe weather, the ice and snow, super cold. It just can't stand it, really. And I know I got bleeding many times walking in the snow, in the cold. So during that time, a lot of people, especially my team, my supporters, like devotees, the volunteers team and coordinator, always ask us to stop. Stop for a day and two. And after that we can walk. I say, no. We have to go. We have no time to stop. And there will be a lot of people still waiting for us. We need to walk. not walk anymore. And that is my intentions, even after the accident that my brother Mom, Ajahn Mahadam, he got his leg injured, and I also make a vow that even if my team wanted to stop and only me left, I would still walk. It's because of determination. When I walk in India and Nepal, the group of Vietnamese came to Kristina and met with me, and they asked me, what did I bring with me to this walk? I say only 3 things in my bags, which is determination, patience, and right effort. These 3 things will keep me walking. Yes.
I'm thrilled that you are here, so thank you.
Thank you.
I've got 3 little questions. I hope that's okay. Number 1, how did you like our Tim Hortons double-double?
It's wonderful.
Okay. The second one, I promised myself I wouldn't ask you about Aloka.
Aloka, I didn't want him to come because of short term. Because whenever he traveled, he needs time to adjust food, diet, and weather. So I know that, and plus document blood tests and everything is also a challenge for him as well. So I didn't want him to come this time because a very short time in Canada. But he is okay, roaming around the temple now.
He's still a king? You said that
He
one.
is a king. You know, when we walk in Sri Lanka, I have to tell you, the whole Sri Lankan loved him so much, took care of him so much. The president, the government, and all those veterinary are from the government side took care of Aloka. And he just gonna just lie there and let those veterinary and the love people to pet him all day. He don't need to walk. Yes.
All right, the last one was, were you able to bring your book here? Are we able to get your book?
Only 3 boxes.
Oh, can I
Yes.
have one?
3 boxes means about 60 something books. And how many people we have here? It's because when we travel, they only allow us 1 bag, and plus we didn't have the arrangement for books publishing or sharing, so we didn't bring it that much. But how many of you already signed up to receive online? Okay, then if you don't, then maybe the team will put it online soon for you to register to receive it. Okay, so keep an eye on the page, and then when they put it up, register to receive it. But if you already receive it, then please also let the team know, because we are shipping it out now. We have about 4,000 books to ship out, and over 2,500 already registered back then when we still walk. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, you.
You know, when you started your walk for peace, right? So when it's you said the few words within the page, the walk for peace on the Facebook, correct? Then I was the 800, is the person something right? Okay, come to the point.
did. I brought that with me, but this morning when we left, I left it at the hotel. Tomorrow at the event, we will give it out.
And I made a t-shirt too.
Oh, you need a t-shirt too? You need a lot of things.
I made the t-shirt.
Waffle piece t-shirt. Beautiful. Thank you.
We actually met in Stafford, Virginia. I came and I had the With Love from Canada, the Peace and Love from Canada.
Oh.
And spoke with me on
Oh,
the
wow.
road.
Okay.
And you accused me of bringing the snow, and I apologize for that. Just wanted to say, this was a lot shorter of a drive for me, only about an hour. Just welcome to Canada.
Thank you so much. So you went to Virginia to meet with us, and now you come here to meet with us again. Thank you so much for that.
So, this is a bit of a share because everything we talked about today, we actually, 5 years ago I started intention setting. I was going through anxiety and depression and a lot of panic attacks, and it completely changed the way that I operate every day because of that intention. And today, we started a community where every day we encourage everyone in the community to do that. So the fact that everything we shared today was exactly what we spoke about this morning in the community, it really felt profound to me. And I wanted to know, because I'm the one now supporting this group, do you have any advice for me? Because at the end of the day, many of them say, today was a challenge, today was a challenge. Is there some way that I can support them best when they're struggling?
You can talk with me after, okay? Because that will take a lot of talk.
Honorable Sir, I just wish to express gratitude and thankfulness for the kindness that you've shown in the walk of peace, and I wanted to offer the Sangha verses of gratitude and thankfulness. May I offer? With gratitude and thankfulness, supreme reverence, loving kind, great blessings for all beings, I offer the Sangha as gift. Honey oceans of pure care bright, heart-shaped sunshine, wisdom's light, blessed eyes, all corruption free, to all Buddhas, homage to thee. The teaching shining like the sun, showing the passion, fruits of love. The kindfulness beyond all woe, timeless Dhamma, to thee I bow. Heart-shaped islands, bright fields of bliss, wise, peaceful friends whose feet we kiss, grateful, thankful, reverent, kind, to the Sangha, shine joy sublime. By the power of these merits, honoring the noble three gems, may every trouble cease to be, may there be every good blessing. And all the merits we have made and all success rightly attained, may all sentient beings rejoice, fulfilling all prosperity.
Sadhu. Sadhu. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I can talk to you forever. But, okay, one more thing. When you were in Sri Lanka getting the sapling, I mean, I was crying. It was very beautiful and touching. And goosebumps. Just what was going through your mind. It was just amazing. And why does it have to be quarantined for 3 years?
I think it's because of pets and disease that they need to watch out because they don't want to bring any type of affected trees to the United States. But after, probably it's not going to be 3 years. It depends. It could be 3 months, could be 6 months, could be 2 years or 3 years. It all depends. And we don't know that yet. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Bhante. Simple question, but important. How is your fellow monk who lost his leg now? And I think we all send him our love and well-being.
He is well. He is well, and now that he also teach and talk at his temple. And so he is training his leg with the new leg. He's training it. He said that the doctor only allowed him to walk with it 30 minutes per day for several months to get used to it because it's still painful. But he said that it's manageable, and he also take medicine, so he is okay. Yes, sir. Yes.
First of all, thank you very, very much for coming and for sharing your wisdom. I would like to ask that the Buddha, he spoke a lot about views, his right views and his wrong views. Do you feel today there are any views or attitudes that seem especially prevalent in maybe North American society that are very harmful but very common, and people seem to share universally, or you notice it a lot? Are there any views like that perhaps should be counteracted or are not very helpful?
Not quite understand your question, but wrong view and right view in this world, within this community of this itself, we have a lot of right views and a lot of wrong views. On every single one of us, we have those two. Okay? It's just that regardless of the people, the society, we, as one person, we have to practice to understand the truth and to have the right view of ourselves. When we have the right view of ourselves, we will not harm the other, we will not spread the wrong view to the others. We only spread the right views towards the others. Then that means we already eliminate one person, and those people who we spread it to also gain knowledge from it, and they will continue practicing that way. They will not spread the wrong view to the public. And if we keep doing that to spread to one another, the society will become better, right? So just like my message of peace that I share, that I say that we are not walking to change this world, to bring peace to the world or to the country, but we want to raise the awareness of peace to those people who see us walk, pause, listen, reflect. And then from there, you practice mindfulness to bring peace to yourself, and then you spread that peace, share that way of practice to your loved one, your family, and then your co-worker, your friends, your neighbors, and so on. It's spread out one by one to another, just like that, one by one. But the more people practicing it, the better the society and the world will be. So that is why we need more people to walk together with us, not just a monk. And how do we walk together? We have to walk in spirit, which is we practice in mindfulness to raise the awareness of peace and practice to have peace for ourselves every single day. That is also the right view as well. And so if we keep doing that, the more people are doing that, this world will be better.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
We are very grateful to have you here and to see clarity. And my question is, along the Ramayana, for example, when you practice the mindfulness with the child or do they need a teacher?
Too many teachers.
That's the question. There are too many teachers, when you go to the website, there are too many things that we can see. Then how do we pick the right one, and then how do we recognize whether I am going, whether we are not I, but we are going in the right direction?
This is one of the things that makes me make that vows of building the Dhammaciriya project. When I first newly ordained, I went online and searched for the Dhamma talk and listened to the Dhamma talk online. And then the more I listen to the talk, and I feel like, is this really the Buddha teaching? Because it's misleading to say one of the thoughts say. For those women who abortion, right? Who aborted the baby, then just write down that prayer for 1,000 times, and then that karma will be gone, will be wiped completely. So with that, and I said, really? So this is a Buddha teaching. By that time, I didn't know that much, okay? And so I kind of not happy, not satisfied with it. And the more I learn, the more I see that this is not right. Can't be right. And then I started to learn about the Tipitaka. And I learned more about it, and I found that, okay, this is what I need. And that is why I made a vow to build the Dhammacharya project to preserve the Buddha teachings in Pali, so that in the future many teenagers that live now living like that, so they will have lost their mind, right? So, come to the solution, conclusion for that your question. Anything that you practice, and you feel peace, you'll be able to manage your emotion. You're not putting your eye out there anymore, less and less and less. And you'll be able to cultivate doing wholesome deeds and wholesome things more than unwholesome deeds, unwholesome things, right? Your ego is reducing, the I. Your ego is reducing. It's not building up, going up higher and higher, but it's reducing. Then you probably go the right way. But if you practice, the more you practice, you see your ego and everything going up, then you need to rethink again.
If you inhale for 4 seconds and then you hold it, and then do you go exhale slowly?
No, we don't hold our breath. At the beginning, you can to hold, or you can just breathe with intention for you to see your breath, but not too long, okay? After a while, then you already aware of your breath, and now you have to breathe in and breathe out normally, like how you breathe right now, okay? Breathe in and breathe out just normally. Do not force our breath. As long as you're aware of that breath going in and out, just add awareness to each breath going in and out. That's all we need to do. But do not force our breath. But I said at the beginning, if you don't see your breath going through this nostril or touching here, then you can, with intention of breathing it slowly. So for you to see, to sense it, the sensation of it, it's okay. But don't do it too long. Okay. I try my best not to talk too much.
I know you have a lot of questions, but we also need to be very respectful to him for his time. And I want Venerable Pannakara Bhikkhu to get some good rest. Tomorrow is going to be a long day for us. And before I do the rest of the things, Venerable Pannakara Bhikkhu, we have a devotee. Who has been kind of planning to receive a blessing from you. Especially a blessing gold, but since you did not bring it, and I would like to give you this one to give this to her and Aloji. I bring those flowers too. So that was so beautiful. I know there almost all of you want a blessing from him, but it is impossible. But assume you have already received his blessings with his presence here at the temple through the Dhamma talk he delivered. And I know this was also kind of my dream to have him here. Because what he has done as a Buddhist monk, as a global citizen, I feel extremely proud and happy. Following the Buddha's teaching, Charata Bhikkhu Charita Bahujan Hitaya Bahujan Sukhaya Atta Hitaya Sukha Devansana. For the benefit of all beings, they said, all monks travel from village to village, kingdom to kingdom, house to house. And a monk of the 21st century, I think if Buddha were to be here, he could have explained the thought of Venerable Bhikkhu Pannakara for peace. The whole world woke up to this new initiative with hope. You know, in our Buddhist traditions, in our time, the one global icon that we had, it was the most venerable Thich Khan, the famous Zen master, who introduced meditation, Zen meditation, Buddhism to the Westerners in so many ways. And the second of our time, it is His Holiness, Dalai Lama. Now, he's 90. In fact, this Sunday, we are going to celebrate his 90th birthday in downtown Toronto at the Dundas Square. And as Dalai Lama hit 90, now we have a young Bhikkhu, young monk, I believe, who has taken that position to carry the torch of peace, banner of peace, the flag of peace and happiness. Although Venerable Pannakara Bhikkhu is junior to us in our monastic lineage tradition, but we highly respect him. And what he has done is beyond our words. And also what he has done, I feel so happy and extremely proud of him, because this is something also I have been trying to promote for many years, introducing the principle of kindfulness, calling every country a mindful and kind nation. And of course, almost all of you know that initiative. But I could not take it to the global stage like this. But his message is aligned with mine, and I believe we both are on the same boat, going the same direction. But then, I feel very proud and happy for him, because he was able to bring this new awareness, not only among the Buddhist communities, but beyond, around the world. Even for the First Lady of Armenia to fly up to Texas right after 2 or 3 days after you finish your peace work, that indicates the impact he made in the world. To invite the Sri Lankan government to do the same work for peace with the help of the monks, it indicates the power of this movement. To receive invitations from Canada and also from, I think, Thailand. You're going after this, you're going to Thailand, I believe. So it indicates the power of this movement. So it's not, Dharma is not just for Buddhist people, it's for everyone. So we feel very happy. And then what he is doing in Texas. In fact, I was going through email with his name. Well, I had received an invitation from him, but which I forgot. When you had the 2 years, the theoretical chanting in Texas, but because of our Vesak events here in town, I could not make it, and he replied, "Bandi is too bad." So again, what to do? But then I felt very happy. Oh my goodness, this is the monk. Actually, who brought this great hope to the world. And then, I thought I should support him and his movement, his mission. So, I would like to encourage all of you and all our devotees and the friends in Canada to support his mission. And he has a great project in his temple, the Dhammachetya project. In whatever way you can contribute or support, please do so. Even a luni or chuni, it doesn't have to be a big amount, but if you think you're a billionaire, why not? But even with a good intention, giving a luni and chuni, I say our American friends don't understand what's luni and chuni. Luni means $1, chuni means $2. Even given a luni and chuni with good intention, you're becoming the share of this meritorious deeds. So I would like to encourage all of you to contribute and make donations towards this noble project. He's done this to preserve the teachings of the Buddha, the Tripitaka. And it's a great project. And I know all of you have already contributed, but if you have friends who would like to help, and please do so. And of course, it's going to be a great miracle. And some of our no clue of this, but those who know about this, you know why we are doing it. After all, me being at the Open Buddhist month, I like to do something typical Canadian. So Canadians love welcoming the guest with double. So that's what I did. Really, he was thinking, why Bhakti Sangha Mother is doing this? So it was such a great joy for us to be there and receive him in that. And our chief monk, Venerable Dhammavasa, was very happy to hear the news that the Venerable Pannakara Bhikkhu is coming to our temple to deliver Dhamma talk. And our devotees were overjoyed. They were so happy. And today, your dream came true. And you have seen him right in front of your eyes. And as Buddha said, Samana Mancha Dasana, Etam Mangala Muttama. Seeing this Samana, the monks, the monastics, is a great blessing. So, today, you receive that great blessing. And we would like to give him more blessings to continue his mission. We want him to live long. I think you're 44.
Come to my age. In the walk, I also mentioned that several years ago, when I do my thing and then I walk, people ask me how old am I, and I said 44. And then 3 years ago, I also said 44. Last year when we walk, people ask, I said 44. And this year also 44. So I really don't know how old I am.
So whatever, 44.
I didn't know why I said that, but okay, 44 then.
That's a big one. Big one. So Buddha lived 80 years, and in our wish, in our tradition, like in Buddhist the tradition, one of the disciples of the Buddha, Buddha's personal attendant, Venerable Ananda, lived for 120 years. So today, we would like to give blessings to the Venerable Pannakara Bhikkhu to live for 120 years with good health. And of course, I believe he will have long life with good health. See the amount of walking he has done already, and he will continue. You never know. I don't know. It is also my dream. I did not talk to him. Maybe we could do the same here in Canada. Maybe we can start from Niagara Falls in autumn. But it has to be during the summertime. But in the summertime we can manage. I think June, July, August, we can manage it. So maybe this is I'm manifesting. I'm a manifester by the way, and it happens. Maybe it will happen. And because of his initiative, I see there are many monks in other countries also started doing the same thing. So he has done amazing. So I would like all of you to join me with a joint palm. Sabba Whatever you do, may you have all the blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha for your health and safety. May Devas, celestial beings, divine beings, continue to protect and guard you and the Walk for Peace team, all the venerable monks, and all the devotees for your health and safety. May all blessings be with you. May all blessings be with you. May all blessings be with you.
Thank you so much, Andy. First of all, I would like to pay respect and gratitude towards this Pannakara and our beloved chief monk here who hosted me this evening, giving me this opportunity to share the Dhamma and share the peace talk with all of you. And thank you everyone for taking your time to come here and to support this mission. And I would like to offer my gratitude to all the Sangha, and I share my merit to all of you here and your family, your relatives. May you all always be well behaved and be peaceful, and should realize Nibbana.
And I know that almost all of you want to take photos, but I don't know whether it is the time. I don't know whether he's tired, but no need to talk much, but if you like to get a photo, please take a quick photo, and you can be respectful to this temple and all the people. And I would like all of you to quickly go through that door and grab your snack pack, and then you can go home. And tomorrow, again, this is a kind request, this is our big dream. I would like to see all of you tomorrow at the Mississauga celebration square. Go with rain, bring your umbrella, bring your raincoat, okay, and run around. So I would like to see you there. And don't leave at halfway. Just stay until we finish the program. Okay? Thank you so much.
Cái xà lách photo tặng đây.
Okay, I have an idea. I think this is too much. Can you please line up? Can you please line up? Can you please line up? I need to be in front of you here. Please line up. No rush.
Line up, line up.
No rush. Don't jump on the stage. I would like all of you to line up.
đây này là cái này làm thay nó không là แล้วหรอจะทำให้เราคนว่าคนเห็นเนาะว่าจะเราไปเข้าห้องน้ำปุ๊บ